On this week's episode of the Recruiting Corner, we have a special guest. Thank you, Craig Moquin, for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, my pleasure. So we're going to have Craig, first of all, pull our monthly winner of the gift card. So Craig, do me the honors, please.
All right. And the winner is, what are they getting, by the way?
A gift card to Dunkin' Donuts so they can stay refreshed.
Okay, well that looks like Ian.
Ian O'Neill, wow, 2 times in a row. Woo! We'll keep those
Two
keep
times
those
in
coming.
a row?
I know, what can I say? There's no stipulations, you know?
Who's Ian, by the way?
Ian is our wonderful recruit out in Portsmouth,
Nice.
and he is on track right now for Pace Setter 40. So if you haven't known that, he's over 20 and well on his way. So wish him luck.
Awesome.
Quite exciting.
That sounds great.
Yeah, so Craig is here today for our new segment called Interviewing Our Timeless Veterans, which Craig is. So I'm going to ask him a few questions here, and we're going to get some perspective. So for starters, Craig, can you tell us a little bit about how long you've been in the business and how you came into Northwestern Mutual?
Well, I started before you guys were born, I believe, March of '83. And I was hired by Del Potter. I know you guys have never heard of him, right? And I came into the business like everybody else that comes into the business. I got in the business from playing trumpet. No, actually, that's a true story.
Oh.
I didn't go to college. I'm probably one of the few people with Northwestern that did not go to college. I had a painting business with my brother Barry, and we lost some work, winter work for one of the first Citizens banks in Bedford. And I was playing in a band, and the guy that was directing the band, Skip Poole, was selling insurance for John Hancock in Haverhill, Mass. He said, "Why don't you come down and take the exam? You might like it." Took the exam and passed. They hired me in Haverhill, Mass. And back then they had what you call a debit agent. I used to go around to people's houses and collect the premiums.
Wow.
A quarter, 50 cents, $1, and bring it back to the office. And didn't sell anything, but I was running around downtown Haverhill, Mass, collecting premiums. How I got to Northwestern was my former first girlfriend, only had 3 in my lifetime, worked for Del Potter as a secretary. I went to the Christmas party at his house, and people like Steve Brown, Quinn Hogan, Greg Telge were all there, and they said, "You should check out Northwestern. It's a premier company to deal with." I did, and I have been doing it ever since.
Wow.
That's how I got in the insurance business, from playing trumpet.
That is amazing, fascinating.
Yes.
And an entrepreneurial in your own
I didn't
own
go
way.
to college, but I did go on to do my CLU and CHFC, so I do have some education in the insurance industry.
Okay. All right, on to our next question for Craig. Craig, looking back earlier in your career, if you could take a moment now and say something to your younger self when maybe things got rough, or maybe you had a moment of weakness where you wanted to quit the business. Tell me about that.
Well, I can't say I ever wanted to quit, but I did realize, and from talking to other veteran agents at that time, this business is like a roller coaster. You're going to have good and bad times, and the roller coaster is you're going to go up and down a hill, and you have to hang in there with it. I enjoyed what I was doing so much that I experienced both of those, being up and down, and I knew that if you hung in there, you would be going downhill again. And that's kind of saved me over the years. I know in any business, there's ups and downs, anything, and the success that I had, I enjoyed, and I knew it was going to be coming, because there are times when you feel like you're never going to sell anything again. It's unbelievable. But all of a sudden, then you get hammered with stuff, and it's like, there it is. So just knowing that it is going to be that way, no matter who you are. You hang in there, and if you like the good times that you experience, it outweighs the bad times. But there's nowhere else that I can go where it's a smooth ride, and I really like the idea of being able to control my business. And that's what I would tell the new guys is, if you're coming in here and thinking that it's just easy and you're going to get to a point where you'll wake up someday and, I made it. That's not going to happen. You're going to have good and bad, and the successful people know that, and they hang in here, and that's why I've been doing it for 35 years. I'm going to have the ups and downs, but I'll take them.
Love it. So don't get off that roller coaster is what I'm hearing.
Exactly.
And that last question for you, Craig, and maybe my most favorite is, tell us about your best, favorite, most memorable moment here in the business.
Okay. Does it have to be clean or can it be fun?
I would rather it was fun.
Okay. Well, one time, a lot of people know this story. Occasionally on Sunday nights, we'd have office gatherings at my house way back when I used to live in Wellington Hill. And one Sunday night, I might have overindulged, didn't look at my calendar to see that I had an early Monday morning appointment, but I had an appointment with an auto body shop dealer, and I didn't shower. I just kind of got off the couch where I slept and went on the appointment. I don't know why, and got over to him and apologized and said, Duncan, I really got wasted last night, and I probably should have called you to reschedule this appointment, but I think it'd be more efficient if I came at a different time. And he said, no problem, I've been there. And he said, go get some sleep, and while you're at it, take that slice of pizza off your back. So I looked over my shoulder, and there it was. It was stuck to my back, and that was it. Did end up doing some mutual funds with him, so he's still a client to this day.
Okay.
So that's probably the most memorable thing that I've done in this business.
Honesty is key. He
Yeah.
still bought from you.
Yes.
New meaning to saving
Yes.
some for later on the
Yes.
pizza front. Love it.
And I won't tell you about the driveway one that we had, and I'll save that for the next segment.
I love that. All right, we'll have you back.
Okay.
Thank you, Craig, for being here today, and thanks for kicking off our veteran segment. We appreciate
Thanks
you.
for having me.
Absolutely.
Enjoyed it.
Over and out.
Yeah.